Welcome to our home on this warm September day. So, this is the last of the yellow ginger, and they have really blessed our lives. Hold it close, Barry.
Yes.
They've just really blessed our dining room. They're just so exquisite.
And the smell.
Nature is so amazing. So this is a story, or the lesson today, I think is so relevant for today's times, and it's about listening to the divine guidance, listening to the inner promptings that come to us, and remember that these inner promptings are coming from the most loving place, and they're coming to help us. And it is human nature to perhaps listen and then not follow that guidance, or follow it for a little bit and then go right back to the way it was before. That's human nature. And how important it is, and I'm still learning this, to listen and really bring that into our life and know that it comes from the most loving place. So now I have told this story because I have a few favorites, and this is one of my favorites. And this is about a dog we had named Molly. And Molly, of course, was a golden retriever, and she was as sweet as they come. We've had maybe 10 golden retrievers. I think she still holds the record for the sweetest one.
Oh, I think Gracie is also.
Yes, our Gracie, right? Yes. But really, they're all so sweet. But, okay. So Molly had a sore paw. And our vet, who we just admire so much, he gave an anti-inflammatory pill for dogs, and when Molly would take this, she wouldn't be in pain, she wouldn't limp, and so it was a good thing for her. It was a healing thing. Now the pill was made with a taste that dogs like. Molly didn't. She didn't want to take it, and I would put it in her favorite food, sometimes get special canned food, mix it all in that. I'd come back, the food would all be gone, licked completely. The pill would be remaining right in the middle of the bowl. So I tried bread with butter and because they love that, and putting it in her mouth and then stroking her neck to get her to swallow. And Molly was like an actress, and she would go through all the motions of swallowing and letting me know that she had taken it. And I'd walk away, and as I was walking away, I'd hear plop. The pill would be right there. Totally, the bread, the butter, everything was gone, but the pill was right there.
That really takes some finesse.
Yeah,
real skill.
She really didn't want this pill. So one day I went out, and you can't yell at a dog like Molly. She's just so sweet, so precious. But I went out, and and I talked to her. Why would I give you something that wasn't good for you? I love you completely, unconditionally. This is so that you're not in pain. And she listened, and she swallowed the pill. And that's what's happening in our lives. This guidance is being given to us out of pure, unconditional love. It comes from the purest place, from our hearts. And if we can listen, if we can take that into our lives and make it part of who we are, it will change our lives in the very, very best way. So I have an example. This happened quite a while ago. Barry and I used to go to Europe and work for 2 or 3 weeks every autumn, right around this time, and it was special. We really loved it. Germany, Norway, and Italy. We also had worked in England and Scotland as well. But this was a story on one of our trips to Germany. And it was, you know how the airlines are like, they got really strict at some points and then not so strict. Well, this was at a time when the strictness was at the highest level. Like they were even checking your chapstick in your pocket. You couldn't have anything. Like, actually, I think it's still that way. But the lines, the security lines were so long. And we were to fly into London and get a connecting flight and fly into Hamburg. And our friend, who's a flight attendant, said, listen, it's just crazy in London right now. The lines are like 3 hours long, and it's a huge line, even to get a bus to go from one terminal to the next. So when you land, try and get off the plane early and run as fast as you can. Just run. So we contemplated that. This was when, in our younger days.
When we could still run.
I can't really do that now. But we got off, and everyone must have gotten the same advice, because the whole plane emptied, and people were running and just running, kind of pushing and not being so nice. And then from another corridor, another plane, people were running. It was total chaos, and we're trying to keep up, pulling our little suitcase. And I see this woman, a flight attendant uniform, holding a sign with 2 names, and our names were not on that sign. And I felt, stop, talk to this woman. I said, Barry, we have to stop and talk to this woman. And you were feeling the same thing. We stopped. She was on the phone.
You felt it more. I was still running. I would have gone right by.
We had to stop and wait for her to be done with the phone. The line was cleared. I mean, the corridors were cleared. Everyone had run, gotten on this huge line. And I didn't know why we were doing this, except it was a strong guidance. And the woman got off the phone and looked at us. I'm like, are we on the right way? We're trying to get to Hamburg. And she looked at us with pity, because obviously there was no way we were going to make our connection. Not at this point. She said, I'm here to pick up 2 first-class passengers, but I have room for 4 in my car. You just come with me. She, special car, drove past all the buses. She got us with her past all the lines, right up to the front of the security thing. She made sure that we got through the line really quickly. That whole thing took maybe 10 minutes, and it could have taken 3 hours.
Yeah.
And we only had an hour for the connection. And I just feel like, wow, why can't I listen all the time when these messages come through? Because they are meant to bless us. And I bet right now there's messages coming through to you, and they're meant to bless you. So on a personal level, I'm getting the message to not follow the news so much, not follow all the drama that's going on in the government, because there's a lot, probably more than ever before in my life. Not follow it so closely, but focus on my heart, on spiritual things, on relationship, to focus on love. And that's a very strong message. And I listened for a few days, and I feel so much better. And then I creep back in. So that's what I'm trying to draw in fully. That I know that guidance is coming from the most loving place, and that it will bless my life. And that's how it is with all of us.
I love your stories. Don't you love Joyce's stories? They're so great. You may have noticed, if you've been watching our videos, that it's really important to us to listen to divine guidance, to really hear those promptings. 2 weeks ago, I told the story about my experience on Mount Shasta and how important it was for me to listen to that strange prompting that ended up saving a life. So, it's really important to us. It bears repeating, right?
It does. We got the guidance to both wear blue today. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense, but here we are.
Okay. All right. So this is this is one of my earlier songs, but for some reason I feel guided to sing it. Is love too big for me? Or can love free me? Are my burdens too heavy? Or can love lift me? My arms now feel ready to reach for all goodness. My voice is now open to sing out my joy. We can reach for the stars and love without limit, and then touch the earth like never before. We can reach for the stars, to the source of our spirit, and then touch the earth like never before. And then touch the earth like never before. Thank God for this love. Thank God for this love. We can always go higher to fully open our hearts. It's our time and place now to make love an art. My arms now feel ready to reach for all goodness. My voice voice is now open to sing out my joy. We can reach for the stars and love without limit, and then touch the earth like never before. We can reach for the stars, to the source of our spirit, and then touch the earth like never before. And then touch the earth like never before. So just remember that for a moment. Close your eyes a moment and just feel we can love without limit. We can always go higher to fully open our hearts. There is no ceiling on how much love we can feel. And so just give yourself permission right now to listen to the guidance that comes through from a higher place. These beautiful promptings that come through. Give yourself permission to hear them and then act on them. And your life will be blessed, richly blessed. Okay? Open your eyes, and I love that story about Molly, okay? Just realize the pill that's being given to you is from a divine source. And you can swallow it. You don't have to spit it out.
and it will bless your life. So this is really good homework for this week to listen to those that guidance that you're getting.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barry.